Welcome, everybody, to Can't Draw Horses Club here on Loading Ready Run. I'm Corey, and joining me today is Angel.
Hello. I definitely cannot draw horses.
Are we sure about that?
I'll just put this away.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. So, today we're going to be looking at Color, I believe it is called.
Yeah, color.
Color.
Mm-hmm.
Color, like balloons or clowns. People love those.
Now you lost me.
I cannot explain it.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm good. I'm good. Are you ready to slideshow?
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
All right. I have no jokes, but today we're talking about color. Color is the subjective perception of a wavelength of light. The longer the wavelength, the closer to red the color is, and the shorter the wavelength, the closer to violet the color is. A object appears a color because it absorbs all other color. So in this example, the red light is reflected from the surface, and so the object appears red. There are two different kinds of color mixing philosophy, and they kind of contradict each other. So this is light. When you mix all of the colors of light, you get white light. When we have no light, it is darkness or black. And this is the kind of mixing that you do on digital media. Goodbye, cat.
Right.
Conversely, on print media, you start with white, which is a blank page. And when you mix all of the colors together, you get black. Usually, print media uses the primary color cyan, magenta, and yellow to get every other color. And so in school, I was taught that the primary colors were red, yellow, and blue. So this is what paint generally looks like. And you can see that these colors do not mix to get black at all.
I feel like I've been lied to.
Yes. I wanted to mix electric blue once, and then I found out I couldn't, and then I felt like my whole life was a lie. All right, so the different kinds of color terminology for different media. So we have pure color or a hue, which in paint is just a regular unmixed paint. And in digital color, it's the degree that you are along the color wheel, where 0 is red. A tint is when you add white to your paint, or in digital media, when you increase the lightness or brightness, or also sometimes called value. To get a tone, in paint you add gray, and in digital color you decrease saturation. And to get a shade, in paint you add black. In digital color, you decrease your lightness, brightness, or value.
Okay.
So they're just words: hue, tint, tone, and shade, and different ways to get them. Oh, next. So when you choose colors to use, there's different terminology for different areas of the color wheel. So everything from red to light green is warm, and everything from violet to the darker green is cool. You can also split them into different emotions. There's sad colors and happy colors. For some reason, more of the color wheel is sad than it is happy. It might be commentary on life. I don't know. More of the color wheel is calming than it is energizing. So you have like all of the tints are calming, as well as all of the cool colors. So when you want to choose colors for something like a logo or anything you want to evoke emotion, you can see that these different colors make people feel different things. So blue, for example, a lot of logos are blue because that is trust and dependable strength. It's also the most popular favorite color among all people.
Oh no, I feel like I have to change now.
Yep, so you want to keep that in mind when you're trying to evoke emotions. Also, when you're picking colors that go together, across the wheel is complementary. Next to each other is analogous, and then you can have different sorts of pairings or triads depending on where on the wheel that you put. But generally, you want to keep to these. When you do things that aren't these, it looks weird for some reason.
I've never seen rectangle. I think I've seen square. Like I'm familiar with Cooler, like the Adobe color picker thing
Mm-hmm.
that you can just toggle which of these to use. But I've
Yeah,
not
like
seen rectangle.
rectangle. It looked kind of Google logo colors.
Yeah. Like I guess like the colors are complementary and then sort of split.
Yeah, it's just like two sets of complementary colors, right? Because they're both across from each other.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right.
Yeah, and these articles are actually pretty good. Um, if you want to look up and read more about all kinds of things,
I might.
such as no such thing as primary colors.
Yes.
All right.
I'm a little hesitant to recommend that for like entry level
Oh yeah, no.
because like yeah, color gamuts and spaces are wild.
Yeah, I found a really cool graph about, these are the visible colors and these are the colors that can be represented on a monitor and these are the ones that can be represented on film and these are the ones in print.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool, but probably too much for that presentation.
And there's even like CMYK is just like the basic print media color space,
Mm-hmm.
but there are printers that do more tones. So like
Yep.
the CMYK is not an absolute limit on what you can print.
No, it's just kind of industry default.
Yeah. No, I just uh from my background, I guess personally, my dad's a ham radio operator, so I grew up kind of learning about the electromagnetic spectrum. And so
Oh
I'm used
yeah,
to
it's
visible
more.
light just being like this little teeny tiny band, and then on the outside of that is all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Just like this is the stuff that's safe to go in your eyes, everything else is not safe for eyeballs.
Yeah, I definitely have come to it from the more artistic side and just when I first interacted with digital coloring, I'm like, this makes no sense. Like, why am I mixing all of the colors to make white? When I mix all the pink colors, that is not what happens.
I was always told that you get black if you mix all the paint colors. And I know from experience that you get like a brown slurry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't. Um, you can get black if you have the right paint. I'm going to try it today.
Oh,
There's a philosophy in painting called mix your blacks, where you just avoid using straight black paint
right.
um, because nothing in real life is totally 100% black.
Yeah.
So nothing in your paint or your painting should be black.
Like,
if
even
you're trying
if
to paint
you
from real life.
yourself are in a completely black space with no light, your brain still
Right.
fills in kind of a bluish color.
Yeah. Okay. I'm cutting out a circle right now
All right, let's
to make a
check
color
that out.
wheel with this circle cutting device.
That is, I didn't think there was like a device scarier than a normal compass, but that has like a pokey stabber and a knife.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I don't think I pushed hard enough.
All right, I'm just down here in Photoshop, and I'm gonna, I guess, make a new thing, and then I guess try putting some just, I guess, value down, and then try to hue shift it to see what
Okay,
stuff looks like.
so you're just going to start with grayscale?
Yeah.
It didn't quite turn out exactly circular, but close enough.
I've been playing a lot with some dry media brushes.
Okay. I like the wet ones just because it kind of matches the way that I paint in real life with a lot of water.
And I've also got all these swatches and stuff that Photoshop starts with, and then maybe I can make my own swatch palette thing.
Oh yeah, I watched that video you sent me. The guy
A
was
Sprite
making
one?
his,
Yeah.
yeah, for the palettes for pixel art, right?
Yeah. He references a thread on a pixel art forum, and I have not gone to look at the thread because there's a lot of information, and it's probably a little better for me to actually try some stuff first to see, like, wrap my head around it.
All right.
Uh-oh. Just nested a palette. That's not what I wanted to do.
I didn't know you could do that in Photoshop.
I didn't know that either, and I did it by accident.
Oh, I should put away this blade before I injure myself. There we go.
Wait, you don't just keep knives around?
No, I have. That's funny because one of these drawers behind me, I have them labeled. One of them is labeled knives.
I need a knives drawer.
It's funny because there aren't any actual knives in it. I just didn't know what to call them. They're tools for doing woodworking, like with a lathe.
Oh, those knives.
Yeah, they're
Oh.
like funky shapes.
Just 1 second. I'm trying to hit the button that makes this. Waha! Fixed it.
Oh no, now there's a quote.
It's misspelled though. Drawer. Drawer. What I want. A drawer.
All right, so I'm going to start with markers. Unfortunately, I have misplaced my red markers, so I have to do without. So these are Bic permanent markers.
Oh. I've been accidentally, I guess, playing myself here because the tool I want to pick was one of the dry media ones, and I was like, why is it defaulting to eraser whenever I pick this brush, but it's an eraser brush? So that's what kind of day we're having.
Yeah.
Why can't I draw with this eraser?
So I think it's interesting to make your own color wheel when like to use the media specifically that you're going to be using to make a piece of art.
Right.
It's like not all colors are identical, and even like as this yellow marker dries up, it will change color.
Oh, yeah.
It's more blue than I thought it was going to be. Now you've been clipped for not being able to draw with an eraser.
Everyone's so mean to Corey.
I can't make mistakes on the internet. They'll be preserved forever.
I don't know. I could always Streisand effect myself.
What, can you do it to yourself? Isn't that something that other people do to you?
Well, I mean, it would start with me being like, ho ho ho, I'll just go into the back end and delete that clip forever. No one will see my shame, and then I will forbid the chat from clipping anything shameful or embarrassing that I do. Everyone else's embarrassment, I need those clips for the highlights.
Right.
But
Right.
but me being bad at stuff. And getting very surprised when Photoshop does things. No. Nothing funny there. Nope.
I've definitely done things in Photoshop and regretted it. Let's see if I can find colors between these. So we have an orange.
All right. So I've filled an entire layer with the whole grayscale ramp that I have.
Ooh,
So
all right. Is that pure gray, or is it a gray that leans one way or the other?
I haven't actually looked on the picker. It looks completely desaturated, so yeah.
Okay.
Let me just pick the other ones. Yeah. Yeah, these are pure, unadulterated values. I wish there was mouse over tooltips to tell me. Because it's got HSB, and I think B is brilliance. But I'm not sure. Brightness, not brilliance. Because V is also, like, vibrancy.
You're on an RGB
color, yeah.
Okay.
But the Photoshop picker shows me what colors in RGB, CMYK, HSB, and whatever LAB is.
Lightness.
I don't
Alpha?
know. It's showing zeros, so I don't know. I don't know until I pick a color, probably.
Because I think you can set the alpha of your colors in Photoshop.
Yes, I
the
can.
Transparency.
But what I was gonna do is put an adjustment layer on top and futz with that. Make.
You can also do the reverse, where you put your color underneath and you change your layer to a merge layer.
That sounds scary.
Does it?
Yeah. I want a hue saturation adjustment layer. Bam. Oh yeah. So now I can just like, oh, interesting. It's not doing anything. Hmm.
What options have you chosen?
Hue and saturation. So I was leaving the saturation alone, and so now it's just
Yeah, 'cause if you leave the saturation alone, you'll still end up with gray the whole
yeah.
time, right?
That's yes. That's what's happening here. Saturation was like 0, and then so maybe I have to increase lightness as well so that the hue has something to go on. Because it's only doing the background, which is weird. Maybe colorize. Oh god! There we go. I
There you
did
go.
it correctly now. Oh, that's gross. Full saturation is too many.
Yeah, that can be overwhelming. Purpley color here.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that hue was a degree on the circle. It makes a lot of sense, and it especially makes more sense that 360 is the maximum hue, and that it wraps around from red to red.
Yeah, can you change the display
Which
on
display?
Photoshop? So, like, can you change it to a circle or
On
the
this?
box? Yeah, then the color picker.
This is the specifically hue and saturation adjustment layer. Like the color
Oh,
picker itself,
the color picker has different.
I can change settings on.
Yeah, because like Procreate has like 3 different display options for the color picker.
Right. Yeah, this one it defaults to hue being like a strip. The problem with color is that it's a 3D space. So
Mm-hmm.
you can only have like a 2D area with 2 axes, and then
Yeah.
hue is the one on the side in this case, but I think I can change that. Let's color settings. I don't think that's what I want. Just gonna close that.
What was it?
It was. Oh, I mean, I can change it. Let's change this to Japan color for newspaper and see what happens. So, the workspace changes, color management changes. It uses black point compensation. That does not change how my color picker looks. So I'm going to put that back to North American standard.
All right, I have no red, so I'm going to leave the red spot blank for now. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to make some red. It's really boring looking right now. I have this clear transparency film. Like,
Yeah, let's
for
watch
overhead
something clear.
projectors. This stuff always reminds me of calculus because my calculus teacher used these all the time.
Really?
Yeah, she had it like on a big roller. So she would put the problem and then roll to the next problem.
Yeah, okay.
I did not cut all the way through. What color is that pile before? Yeah. The way that people name colors is also an interesting topic that I've stumbled upon.
Really?
Yeah, because like they're not specific colors; they're categories of colors. So like if you just say red, there are many different reds. But also, if you say red in a different language, it is maybe not the same range.
Yeah, there's always, like, in philosophy, sort of the question that gets asked is, like, how you know if the red you're seeing is the same red that someone else is seeing.
Right, and you can't know that,
Mm-mm.
right?
Yeah. We know that we generally agree. Uh, and actually, I know in Japanese, the green and blue are
Mm-hmm.
kind of different.
Yeah, Ao is blue and Midori is green, but Midori like didn't exist for a long time. It was added like after World War II, and then the but it's still Ao is still used for like the color of vegetables, even though it means blue.
Yeah. Or like the green light on traffic lights.
Yes, and then some colors they don't have a word for, so they just use ours, like orange and pink.
I am looking at Adobe's help files to see if there are settings that I can change in the color picker.
Right, so I have colored yellow and orange on this clear transparency.
Dope.
I'm going to see if that makes red. Not so much.
It makes something.
It does make something. It's not really red. You can see if I add yellow to any of these colors, it shifts. So yellow and purple are opposite, so they make a nasty brown.
Good, good.
Yep. All right. I'll just go ahead and fill in the rest of these colors and then attach this.
Oh yeah, please spin the wheel.
I have
This is dope.
these
I've never
solid
even
glass
seen someone
gossamer.
do this before.
I do lots of things that other people don't do. Whether that's good or bad. I think I'll just leave this space white so you can see what it looks like with the pure color on the transparency.
Okay. Oh, I found out what the lab model is, the LAB. That is luminance. A is red or green, and B is blue or yellow.
Why would you use that? What's it for?
Well, time to Google that. LAB color model. Oh, good. There's multiple options. C Lab, referred to as L star, A star, B star. Defined by the International Commission on Illumination.
Oh, this blue does not like this transparency film. Kind of beating.
Okay, so yeah, labs for designed to approximate human vision.
Okay.
So it probably like the red and the green are set up to mimic sort of the how the cone saturation works in the eyeball.
Oh, I was reading about that. The apparently some people have 4 cones instead of 3.
Yeah. Like there's apparently a whole range of oranges that most of us can't see.
But only women.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's one of those tetrachromats. I wish it's just like be a polyglot, see 4 colors, be a super smeller, like no. I'm just playing with the sliders again.
Oh, you should also try bringing up the curves menu.
Okay.
I don't. Have you ever played with that?
Yeah. I use it for photo adjustments.
Yeah.
Or for something like for like a real quick and dirty black and white. Ta-da. We can do that as another adjustment layer. Curves. Okay. So this is curves. You can set things like your starting and end points, as well as adjusting the rate of change, I guess, between different things.
Mm-hmm.
And you can set like multiple points, do all manner of things, and you can adjust per channel, as well as like the combined. So
Yeah, I like to use that for increasing the contrast because when I'm just doing a regular pencil drawing, I literally just use a mechanical pencil and I don't bother going to get the fancy darker pencils.
Yeah.
So my darkers can't be that dark, but when I import it into an art program, then I can just increase the contrast to get more blacks.
Yep. Or
All right.
crush the blacks or something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, time for stabbing. No, that's not the right tool. A different stabby tool.
Ew. I made something very gross. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's nasty. I think I figured out how to make the, what is it? Solarize?
Oh, that's disgusting. All right. Well, I have something that's not disgusting.
Oh, let's look at that.
I have a color wheel that now I can mix my colors on. So over here is this plain white. You can also see like the difference between this orange and this orange, because one is on paper and one is on transparency, even though they're the same marker, they appear in different colors.
Yeah, like your paper texture is going to affect how the light bounces
Yep.
and how much ink is absorbed or like how thick it is.
Yep. So none of these colors seem to add up to red, sadly. Well, that's kind of close.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ugliness on this wheel. Like
spin the wheel of ugly.
this configuration is not pretty. And why is that? Let's see. This is everything is on the opposite. Yep.
Yep.
Everything is on the opposite, and that's why it's so ugly. So if they keep turning, eventually it should turn pleasant again. Maybe 3 turns gives you pleasantness. There we go. Now it's pretty again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, once you go ugly, can you go back? Like,
you've seen that it can be ugly, so you can't see it in any other light.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's my ugly color wheel then. I'm gonna put the markers away, and I'm gonna try some paint.
I'm gonna steal a color wheel from the internet and then basically do what you did and muck with the hue. I'm sure I can make something ugly as well. I'm absolutely certain that I can make something ugly.
All right. I have here a canvas panel, and I have the closest to cyan, magenta, and yellow that I had in my paint box, which is primary yellow, a word I can't say, followed by magenta, and bright aqua green. What is this? Quinacridone? No idea.
Maybe it's made out of tree stuff.
Well, it's almost guaranteed to be synthetic. So it was probably made out of tree stuff at one point when this color was invented, because it's how most of these colors are named, but no longer. I'm just going to use this compass to make a circle on my canvas.
Oh.
No, Lord Zerk, I'm not trying to make ugly things. Ugly things just happen.
Yeah. Spin the wheel.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Okay. Oh, you found the ugly?
I found some JPEG artifacting. That's kind of the ugly, but that's not not the ugly we were talking about.
Oh, that's not the paintbrush I want. Let's go with this one. So I'll start with yellow because it's the most fickle of the colors. Once my paint water is dirty, then the yellow will not look yellow anymore. So I'm also going to try, yeah, the light is maybe too bright, to water it down as I go towards the middle so you can see different values of yellow.
Just
yellow.
having a
That's
lot
not
of fun
sharp.
pulling the red out of this. I'm just like, heh, no more red. Gross.
Ooh. Wait, but the red's still red.
Yeah, this I would have to do that, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Flatten the curve.
I have not measured this circle, so it's going to be lopsided.
It's okay. We'll just imagine. Looking at the presets for the hue and saturation adjustment layer. And we've got like cyanotype and sepia, but there's also like 4 saturation ones. It's just like increased saturation more, strong saturation. And I don't know why yellow boost. I don't know why. What would yellow boost be for? Are we counteracting something blue?
More sunny?
Yeah.
The sun is a yellow light. All right, so I have 3 colors here. I'm going to start mixing. Let's do red and yellow, or magenta and yellow, which makes the mythical red that I've been looking for. Which I was told as a child you could not do.
Huh.
They said you can't make red paint. They said red was a primary color.
Oh, I should play with some color mixing too. Because I can do blending digitally by smushing stuff around.
Smudge.
Little smudgy tool. Come on. Let's see. So you have like a cyan, right?
I have a cyan, a magenta, and a yellow.
That's kind of a cyan. That's the cyan I'm picking. Magenta.
Well, you can get perfect cyan on
I could,
digital.
I could. I don't know the color code. I'm just picking.
Oh, the color codes are easy. Cyan is 00FFFF.
00FFFF.
There you
I was very close.
go. Nice. Yeah, it's just 0 of the one color and all of the other two. Mix cyan, magenta, and yellow.
Interesting. I'm used to only pulling hex codes that are like RGB based or RGBA. So like my brain
That
is
is
locked
RGB based.
into those
Yeah.
octets being separate. Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna smudge. He's smudgy. Come on. Oh God. Wet media.
Oh,
No. No. No wet media brush. Get out of here. No one wants
what
you.
did you do?
It um it tried to watercolor. And you know what happens with watercolors.
Oh, yeah, they don't mix well.
They don't mix well.
Well, I guess they do, but not when they're dry. I don't know. I don't do watercolor. I pretend my acrylics are watercolor instead because watercolors are too hard for me. Yeah, Victorian. They mix too well. They just turn into a big puddle of mud if you're not really careful.
Zoom in. Perfect. Yeah. 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 Come on. Go together.
My blue is too purple. And this is why painters and scientists never agree. The scientists are looking at what would happen if things were perfect, and paint is never perfect.
What if I did this differently?
Ooh. So try like just painting like the cyan and yellow next to each other and then smudge in between.
Or what if I made my own custom gradient?
Oh, that's going to be so ugly. I guess if that's what you're going for.
It's what I'm going for now. Come on, color pick. Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I blended two colors together.
Nice. Wait, how? This is my green from my cyan and yellow.
Yeah.
How's yours? Do they look the same?
Well, some bits look the same.
Put some. Nope, it's so wet. Can't do that.
So, oh wait, deflect. That's the color. Ba, ba, ba.
All right, so that's my color mixing with my paint. Now I'm gonna try to mix all three together, and maybe it will make black.
Maybe.
Nope, sure is brown. Some more red to that.
Maybe sometimes when they tell you it can't be done, they're right.
Okay, so that's ugly. Beowulf, not all horses are brown. There's other colors of horses.
Yeah, like white or paint or gray. I've seen a gray horse, light brown. Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna try to darken these colors. First, I'm going to use the Mars Black, which is the pure black. So the thing that happens when you mix black with paint is it turns it more blue, because black paint is generally actually just very dark blue. Oh, cat. Hello.
That could have gone very poorly for everyone.
and has in fact gone very poorly in the past. This cat has set himself on fire by trying to walk over a candle. He has fallen in a puddle of hot glue. He's eaten a bunch of string and had to get his stomach cut open to get it out. I'm just surprised this cat is still alive. Oh, way too much black.
I'm a blending.
The Mars Black is very strong. Oh no, there's cat hair in my paint. Gross.
Oh no. Ah. I was at a friend's house once and they had a wood stove that was very nice and toasty. And their cat was doing that thing where, greet everybody, brush up against them, fluff the big fluffy tail, and then decided to just park next to the stove and like the tail was up against the glass. And the cat did not notice. So a cat setting themselves on fire is perfectly within the realm of possibility.
He did notice. He didn't like it, but he didn't know enough to prevent it. Okay, so I mix my magenta and my black, and it has turned purple because that happens. So to fix that, I have to mix in some yellow, I believe.
Hmm. I think I've discovered a problem with my trying to combine colors down until I hit the middle, which is that I've been going from 3 colors to 3 colors consistently, and at no point does that equal one color.
Nope.
I've Zeno's paradox to myself. I set myself on a road that goes nowhere.
All right, there's my dark magenta. Well, I messed this up by putting this brown circle over here. So now I have a tint, I have a hue, and I have a shade, and now I can make a tone by adding white.
You add white to your hue or to your shade?
I'm adding white to my shade because white and black make gray. I could have also just added gray directly to the magenta, but I already have this shade, so
Okay.
I don't want to waste more paint. So now it should be a desaturated magenta. Not quite enough white. Kind of blend it in. A little blending here.
I think I've kind of hit the gray that's at the middle, the gray brown. Trying to fight with it until it goes somewhere. Yeah, this all makes sense. Just kind of desaturates towards the middle.
Yeah, because you're starting to mix opposites.
Yeah. I'm just glad I kind of finally figured out the gradient tool, which is always a bit of a pain because you're just like, what are these indicators on the sliders? That's
Oh,
me.
yeah.
That's what I'm like.
I tried to program my own gradient tool once. Everything just came out brown, and I never did figure out why.
I mean, you do one thing well, right? Like that's how programming works.
All right, so I'm going to mix my cyan, a little bit of black. It has turned blue.
Oh, yeah. Got that opposite poop brown.
Yeah. Oh,
Glad I know how to make that now.
it's the easiest color to make because everything that is wrong and lands there. I guess it's not wrong if that's not if that's what you're going for.
Yes, I clearly said. Now I know how to do that. But I'm sure there was something very profound in like everything bad ending up in poop. Like,
Yeah. So my cyan shade is messed up because I had put this brown circle here. But it's a useful thing to see what happens when you paint cyan over brown. It turns gray.
huh. Yeah, let's see. If I add another layer and paint some cyan over my stuff and then change the opacity. No, it's still cyan, so change the blend mode. No. Linear dodge, additive. Additive does it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can also get something by just making it slightly less opaque.
I was trying. I had it on normal with like a 50% opacity, but it's not quite the same.
Right.
Just it's more saturated or vibrant, and then just darker. Hmm.
Nope. I ended up with brown and did something wrong.
Which one are you? Are you still working on cyan?
No, I'm trying to get this. It's supposed to be blue, but it's clearly purple.
Okay, so
I'm
you,
trying to make
yeah,
a shade of this.
I feel like purples are like one step away from brown at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember playing with a lot poster paint as a kid, and I just feel like you might get purple, but you also might get brown. Just it's a hair. It's a hairline.
I'm just not going to add any yellow this time. We'll just go with this color. Yeah, my color wheel has no blue in it.
What do you think cyan is?
Well, there's supposed to be like a blue between cyan and magenta, but
I've
I think
never heard of it.
my my cyan is probably not true cyan.
I heard that Isaac Newton made up the color indigo because he likes there to be 7 colors.
I also heard that too. My son got very angry when I told him that. He was like, "You mean I had to learn indigo because some person decided there should be 7 colors for no reason?"
You have to be like, you're old enough to know now.
Yeah, yeah. 17 is the age of knowing the source of indigo.
And that magenta isn't a color. Yeah. Yeah, Cameron's got it. Not for no reason. The reason is Newton was a weirdo. And yeah, I see like Avatar's in there. Like it wasn't for no reason. It's like I'm pretty sure there's some sort of mystical, mathematical reason.
It was because of music, right? Because there was
Yes,
7 notes in music, and he thought they should be the same.
because of the music of the spheres. What is color if not the music of the spheres? It's all coming back to calculus again.
Oh
Just
no.
full circle. You thought we were done with transparencies, but no.
Okay, so this is the hard one because I know when I mix yellow and black paint, it turns green, and green is not the color that I want.
But that's because the black is blue.
Correct. So I need to fix that by mixing in another color.
Well, is that color
Right?
brown?
I feel like it's just going to turn brown no matter what I mix in.
You're talking about adding more colors to balance out. Uh, I, I
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's that I don't add black at all. I'm just going to try to not add black. I will mix yellow with a little bit of cyan and a little bit of magenta.
yeah, I
See what
think that'll
happens
get you
there.
there.
That was too little of both.
I'm just grabbing stuff from the Photoshop swatches to look at them. I don't know why this one's
Ooh.
called pale. It's just
What
all
kind
of
of
these.
brush are you using?
This is a Kyle Ultimate Pencil Hard. It's a dry media brush.
Because the
It's,
type of brush you use is going to alter the color too, right?
oh no, I should maybe go to soft round.
I think that's the default, right?
Yeah. And since I'm using a gray background, that's also
Yep, that's
gonna...
going to change it too.
Relativism! Stupid eyeballs. Stupid brain.
Okay. I think I got a dark yellow that's not green.
Let me pop myself somewhere else. There we go. I'll go live over here.
Quite as dark as I would like. Oh, nope, now it's green.
Ah, I should thank some people. Like, Fit Orion, 82 months. Umbra Kitty Girl, 23 months. And Citralin, 56 months. Ooh, catching the club live. Thank you to those subs. We are a bit over our first hour. If you... I don't even know if you can stop. Does everything dry up if you stop?
Kind of, yeah.
All right, then
But that's okay.
We can wait until you're finished.
Okay. I have 2 more colors to do. I'll try to do them quickly.
All right, and I will try to get through the rest of my doodles. My very important doodles. Oh, that's interesting. They've got swatches for RGB and CMYK. Can I just... No. No, I can't. Oh god. I've ruined everything. I wanted to see if I could select a whole swatch and just put it all down at once, lazy-like.
Like a paint bucket fill?
Yeah. What if I just... Is it gonna make a lot of layers if I just... Yeah. I don't want it to make a bunch of layers. Get out of here. Change into a hard round brush.
Ooh.
So I want to put these things near each other. Doop, doop.
Am I on my last what's the word? Tone.
I just tried to cheat by doing a content aware scale, and my computer didn't like that.
What did it do?
It just stopped responding.
Oh, pygmy bean chunky paint is not good. All right, I can take a break now.
All right.
If you want to.
Yes.
And your computer might need a break too.
It doesn't get a break. But we do. Time to get more water, get up and stretch, say hello to our cats and loved ones. We'll be back in about 5. Welcome back, everybody, to Can't Draw Horses Club. It's the club where we're probably not going to draw a horse. Today we're looking at color. I'm currently mucking with some palettes. I'm going to be drawing the CMYK default palette thing next to the RGB one, just to see what the difference is in those color spaces.
Your green will be most different.
I don't know. Probably magenta.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see.
I have this this canvas as leftover. I drew a cat on this canvas, but it was rejected because the cat is in the wrong place. So I can just do whatever I want to this cat, and no one will care.
I don't know if I would reject a cat just because they were in the wrong place. I don't know how to feel about that. People out here rejecting cats.
The cat got a different painting, so they are fine.
Oh, no cats were harmed?
No cats were harmed.
Judgy.
Yeah, this is Evie. The cat belongs to Desert Bus Craft Along and Streamer Pixel and Stitches. He's gotten the proper painting of Evie, not this reject painting.
So mean to painting.
Well,
so you were right that the green's pretty different.
Yeah. All the colors are just more washed out.
Yeah. Although the magenta's still pretty saturated.
Yeah, saturated, but it's darker.
Mm-hmm. If I pull out the color picker here, I can actually just compare them directly. Whoa. That's a huge leap on the blues.
Oh, yeah. So I have 5 different greens here. Let's put these other ones away.
You gonna make a green cat?
Well, I could make a green cat.
Or a brown cat.
I'm just gonna do the eyes. I mean, the cat in real life is orange, but I don't have to paint this cat orange. I'm gonna start with green eyes and then see what happens. Maybe I'll make a blue cat or something weird. So I have a new palette. This is just a pad of palette paper. It's actually the last sheet in this pad.
Palette paper, you say? So is it kind of like it's just a non-stick,
it's just
non-absorbent?
Like oil and acrylic palette paper. That's because I don't like cleaning up.
And you can just rip it off and throw it away.
Yep.
What'll they think of next?
So I like to arrange my paints by light to dark on my palette. So what's next?
Just for your eye?
Well, also it helps because when I'm mixing them, I don't generally mix the really light ones with the really dark ones. I'll mix the ones next to each other.
Right.
So this last one is quite a bluish green. Right, so I need a different paintbrush for this. This is a 5.0 round brush.
Oh, interesting. I just used the hue and saturation thing to completely desaturate my RGB and CMYK. And so like the values on the RGB are pretty much the same, but the CMYK side is all over the place,
Yeah.
which is neat.
So I usually have a photograph that I'm painting, but I don't have the photograph of this cat right now, so I'm just making this up. Green does not show up on camera very well. So one other thing I can do, let's get my other painting back. The light that I have allows me to control the yellow in it.
Okay.
So right now it's at a fairly yellow because that makes the painting look more natural. That's the most yellow it goes. But then I can change it all the way to blue.
Yeah.
So that's like a fluorescent light. You can see how it changes how the color looks on screen. So I usually like the warmer. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's how I like it. That's why like the lighting and the color space change what the painting looks like.
Right.
Which is why when you go to museums, it looks so different than how it looks if you're just looking online.
I love going to museums for that reason. Just to
Yeah.
like physically be in the same space. It changes everything. It changes everything about the experience.
Yeah, it does. The those old paintings are always, you know, online they look more vibrant, and when you look at them in the museum, they're like more muted.
But also more textury. Like you don't get the
Oh
depth.
yeah, like the Van Gogh kind of
Yeah.
paintings.
All right. I might try making my own swatch thingy now. Or to make a, I don't know, landscape? What do I want to make?
I think you need to pick both what you're making and what you want people to feel when they look at it.
Oh, right.
So like I'm painting this cat, but I think I'm going for fear. I want people to be afraid of this cat.
Should just make the whole thing green then. Welcome, Raiders from Brozard. We're making a scary cat. We're both making scary cats.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, I just have to pull up which one's fear. Is it just the greens? Is green fear?
Oh, green is. I don't
Color
think
emotion.
fear was on the chart. I don't know.
Well, blue is trustworthy, friendly.
Okay, so not
Oh, green's
blue.
peaceful.
All right.
Red's danger.
Okay, so I need some red on this cat.
Black is death in
All right. Well, I'm
Western
putting
cultures.
black in right
Don't
now.
really want to.
Yeah, that I don't know that that's a built-in
No,
human thing.
it is not. None of it is. Literally none of it is.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I guess black cats are considered unlucky, not necessarily dangerous. And
Yeah.
I don't think I should paint a black cat on a stream about color.
Well, we all know it would be a blue cat, anyways.
That's true. Just very dark blue. So it's trustworthy.
All right. So I gotta pick a red I like. I don't like that one. It's not incredibly saturated.
That's kind of blood-like.
Blood. 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 There we go. So.
Okay. So I don't think I want it to be a red cat because I've given it green eyes, and red and green are opposite, and that will look like either a Christmas cat or just really ugly, or both. A really ugly Christmas cat. So could go with purple. I'm just gonna put some colors down on my palette and see what I like. So that is deep violet. There's a dioxazine purple. And brilliant purple. These all seem fine. I'm making a purple cat.
Oh.
Let's see. I need a bigger brush. So I'm going to put down a undercoat that will just like get rid of some of the white of the canvas just by putting a light coat of a color down.
Okay. Ugh.
What have you done?
Oh, I turned the saturation up and then it hit that point where it engaged with the background, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's a lot.
I think it's because the saturation is so different, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you can have visceral negative reaction to these things, but I think it's useful to figure out why.
Just think my first red is a little too out of line with the others.
Oh, it looks orange. Oh, you just
It is
changed it.
orangier. And that's the problem.
Hmm.
Uh, I think that's a little better. Uh, all right, so I've got 4 colors, which is, I think, enough to do anything, really.
You could go down to 2.
Yeah, I guess I could eliminate the middle two. Just go, like, high contrast. What do cats look like? They have eyes. And some sort of nose.
Yep.
And this teeth. And fuzzy bits on top. And ears. And fluffy cheeks. Maybe like adorable fluffy cheeks.
I think that I'm failing to make my cat sinister.
Add a vampire cloak.
Looking at the colors, so I have green and purple. So to do a split complementary, I can add orange. Or triadic is also an orange, a less red orange.
I don't know how cat bodies go. They have feet that go in the front that are round.
This looks a lot like Home Movie style. Or Dr. Katz, like Squiggle Vision. Remember those shows?
No.
Oh.
Dr. Katz Squiggle Vision. Home movie. I think I know what some of those words mean. And it's not a reflection on anybody or anybody's age. It's more
Oh, I'm old.
that
That's okay.
I had a weird upbringing. Sometimes it was just a VHS tape of the Chipmunks Christmas, and that's all we had for months. And by we, I mean me, myself.
I had the Chipmunks Christmas soundtrack on vinyl.
That was really fun because then you could mess with the sound speed.
Yeah. All right, I need an orange here. A yellowy orange.
My cat doesn't have back legs because I just don't know how to do that. There.
Yeah, when it's sitting like that, they're just like little ovals to each side of the big legs or the front legs. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, I guess I want to mostly fill all this in. Mostly.
I don't have a yellow enough orange, so I'm making one myself.
Not yellow enough.
So I'm going to use this for the nose, I think. And the color. I'll water it down for the inner bits of the ears. All right, so now I have made it at least not white. So I'm going to go in with some of the darker purples and add some stripes.
It's not the one I wanted. What happens if I change the blend mode? There we go. Color burn. It's temporary.
Color burn is fun to use.
Yeah. All right. Just making sure I'm on the right layer. There we go. I'm trying to color in my cat. How do cat eyes work? They just...
They have no sclera. It's all iris and pupil.
Okay.
And it's very important to get the shine on there because they're very spherical. You want to put that little shine that makes it look
Okay.
deep.
Definitely gonna need different colors. Let's get the pupil in. Pupil is like a vertical slit thing.
Well, I guess it depends on what mood your cat is in. Because it could be a slit or it could be round.
Hunting. It's just like
if they're
sitting
very
there.
alert.
It's ready for murder. That's
All
the
right.
thing my cat is communicating.
Ready for murder. Got it.
Yep. You gotta be ready. Deal with the fluffy whiskers. Guess I have to add whiskers.
Oh yeah, whiskers are always the last thing I put on my cats when I'm painting them. At least traditionally. If they're on a different layer, it doesn't matter.
Sinister, scary cat.
Your cat is way scarier than mine.
That's because I used the mood chart. Thought about what emotion I wanted to convey, and then just gonna rim light this scary cat.
See, when I look at that, I don't think it's a red cat. I think it's a cat bathed in red light.
Same thing. Or blood.
Yeah, or blood.
Who knows what evil this cat has done.
Lord Cirque, I'm not going to give the cat a knife.
Why not?
And that just doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would convey sinisterness. It's just mischievous.
What about an eye patch and a knife? And maybe like a tattoo. Cats can have tattoos.
But you can't see them under the fur.
Then you'll have to give your cat a haircut.
Oh. I think I would just give up on making my cat sinister. It's just cute.
No, you're falling back into your default. You gotta push to make it happen.
Oh. Okay, but not that far. I'm not pushing to the tattooed eye patch knife wielding cat.
See, that just sounds so cool.
Well, if you think it's so cool, make your cat do it.
Um. Uh. A knife. Where can I put a knife?
Laying on the ground in front of it, covered in blood.
All right. Let's make a knife. I'm sure I learned how to do this perspective-y thing. Okay. Hmm. 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 It's like a box cutter.
Oh,
I don't. What knife is the most threatening to you? Like a curvy sacrificial blade, or like
what knife is the most threatening to me?
three-bladed knife?
A serrated one, I think, is more scary than a straight edge one.
It's like a Bowie knife. Hmm. I feel like the knife has to be in the cat's mouth.
Okay.
Little tiny cutlass. Me. Make that visible. There we go.
I'm afraid to look at your screen.
It's fine.
But I guess that's the correct emotion.
Just trying to figure out how to get the teeth on the knife. A little saw blade.
Thank you to Emily for saying that my cat is menacing.
Maybe just
I think maybe if I add a like glowy effect to the eyes, I don't know, that might help.
might have to do some finagling to get the teeth to grab onto this knife properly.
Cat teeth?
Yeah, the cat teeth. There we go. Then I guess an eye patch? Sure.
That was mentioned. Oh, the eye patches seems to make it less menacing. It's like this cat has already lost a fight. It makes it look sad.
No. What if I do like a little skull and crossbones on the eye patch?
I don't know.
You don't
If
know?
it's just like when you cover up the right eye, the left eye emotion just now reads sad to me.
Well, what if I make the blood drips off the knife? That'll help, right?
Maybe? I don't know.
Um, like a puddle of blood under the cat. Okay. Blood on paws.
It looks like the blood came from the cat. Like they stabbed their own eye out with this knife.
I can take the eye patch off.
I mean, it doesn't change that it looks like the cat or the blood is coming from the cat, right? I mean, it needs like a hand or something. The something that the blood is coming from is not the cat.
Dead person. Tried to make a dead person and I failed. Let me try that again.
Yeah, but that gave it scale. Now I know that the cat is monstrously huge. Or the dead person is just very far away.
There. Yeah, it's definitely forced perspective going on.
Mm-hmm. Is it time for the second break?
Yes, it is time for the second break. We'll be back after some messages. We're back at Can't Draw Horses Club. Reminder that if you want to post on Twitter, like if you've been following along at home live with the twitch.tv/loadingreadyrun stream, or later at any time in the future from the youtube.com/loadingreadylive channel. What was I saying? I was saying if you were watching the show and you drew something, then the hashtag is Can't Horse Club.
Yes.
Yes. This is Angel.
Hello.
She's helping.
Yes.
I
helped bring that cat into existence,
yep.
And I regret everything.
So look at how much of the canvas is still left available for me to work on.
So what other colors will you be putting on this canvas?
Well, I felt like a 4-color palette was a really good place to start. So I might just try a different thing. Or I could muck with the hue on my cat and make my cat less threatening looking. Now that I know how to do that.
So
there.
I am
now it's a nice calming cat.
I don't believe you.
Peaceful. I feel more relaxed just looking at it.
All right. Well, I have this drawing that I previously did.
Yes.
Earlier today. I'm gonna take a picture of it with my iPad. and I'm going to color it digitally. And hopefully everyone will be able to see that as soon as I switch the scenes here. To mirror the screen.
I should just group all these into cat. There we go. And now we can start fresh with an empty canvas. The world is our oyster.
All right. So I'm going to start with a photo. Import this photo.
Yum. While we're doing that, I'd like to thank CodeMage for 34 months of support. I had a dream that I invented a new shade of color unknown to man. Pretty sure it was a pigment of my imagination. Which is...
Oh, I saw that earlier. It made me angry.
Firing offense here. Let me... I scooted your window, and then you scooted your window.
I'm scooting it around, and you're scooting it around?
I've scooted it back. It's back where it was. Thank you also to Alas Babylon for 23 months of support. That's almost 2 years. Should I... Here, I can scoot me... Wait, no, God. I didn't mean to scoot your stuff again. I was gonna move me over off the face.
Well, right now it's blank. I am going to choose some colors right now. So Procreate, which is what I'm using, is Procreate on iPad with an Apple Pencil. Has a bunch of different ways to choose the colors.
Wow.
But I'm going to start with a new palette. So I like classic. I'm going to pick a fleshy tone.
That was my nickname in high school.
Her eyes are blue, so I'm going to pick a blue. All right, the hair is orangish. So I don't like that. Red. Lighter. Well, that'll do for now. And a brown. Sure. And a creamish color for this fur. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is duplicate my layer because I don't want to mess everything up. So I just make a copy of it and hide it. Then I'm going to put a layer below mine and set the merge type to multiply. So now when I could put colors underneath of it, should not cover up my drawing. Like so.
Fancy.
but my skin tone is too dark. That's a little better. Alright, so I'm just going to rough in where all these colors are. I haven't looked at what you're doing.
Oh, I'm green now. I've decided to try green. So I just tried to do like a straight vertical line, so it should increase in brightness without drifting too far in any direction. But
Okay.
I don't quite like it. There's some colors up towards the top of the brightness that I don't like. They're just like pretty, I don't know, yellow, blue, something. There's something about them.
Yeah, and when the video showed, the guy was like, he did in fact want the colors to shift hues as you went up, because that was more natural.
Yeah. So on that one, if I push it, should I push it warmer or colder? What do I want to do? Oh, tough.
What do you want to make the person feel?
Tough. Fear! No, I already did fear.
Green does what?
Just, it's a very hot summer. That's what I want. So I
Then
guess, yes,
more
push
yellow?
warmer. Yeah. So then I have a paint bucket. And I hope my settings mean that there we go. Yeah. I'm trying not to get that gross edge that the fill tools use for like anti-aliasing purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I am using the Artistic Sassafras brush, which is quite transparent, so I can go over places multiple times and get darker colors with the same selected color.
okay. Yeah. So I pushed stuff warmer. Like what I've got at the top is just a yellow, but I think in relation to the rest of the greens, it looks more green.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably do this incredibly inefficiently because I paint outside of the lines and then I erase.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure there's a better way to do that, but I don't know it. Well, I guess I can make a mask, but whenever I try using masks, all the edges are too crispy.
What about a mask with feathering?
Yeah, even then, I don't know. They're just too regular, I guess.
Hmm.
All right, so you can see that my person looks very flat. And that's because skin is not all one color. So I'm going to start adding layers of color to this flesh. Pick my flesh tone and go over to the hue value and saturation. I will make it a little more red by dropping down the green. Now it's just pink, but I want more of a tawny color, so I'm also going to drop down the blue. Do saturation. Just going to move stuff around until I get a color I like.
Okay. I think I want to try kind of drawing a peperomia or something, some sort of houseplant.
Okay.
So I'm just going to start with trying to get the leaf shape, which is kind of both an oval and a heart.
An oval heart plant.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
It's very hard for me to see it, but it vaguely looks like an alien.
Only gotten that far.
It's like the quintessential alien head shape, right?
Maybe, maybe like an oval and also a heart,
Yeah.
like an alien. Yeah.
Maybe I just watched too much X Files.
Maybe you watch too much X Files. Yep.
Okay, so I have like a blush color. She's wearing a lot of blush in this photograph. Just like putting on real blush, I'm smudging the edges. And then there's always a little bit of redness around the nose and eyes. Yeah, this brush works great at high sizes, but for some reason it doesn't work very well when it's very small.
I think I've got sort of roughly a shape started.
It doesn't look like an alien anymore.
Or it never did.
That's probably more likely.
Like, have you been poisoned from watching too much X-Files? Join this class action lawsuit.
Okay. No, when you zoom in the picture, not close it.
Meow.
Alright, so there's a little bit of pink here. A little bit here. Eyelids are pink.
Are they?
These ones are.
Ah!
Pink lips. Not the right color pink lips. Bit more saturated. One new layer.
Ah. I know what I'm
Make
doing.
noises.
Nothing? Okay. Oh, I should be mucking with more textury brushes. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's got in the photo. She has like a red spot here that I think is from her glasses. So I'm just gonna leave that out of of my painting. I don't think that's
Okay.
necessary because sometimes you don't want to draw everything that's there.
What?
All right, now I'm going to add some highlights. Take my flush color and turn it up. Oh, that's not doing what I want. Ooh, Pygmy Bean has finished a donut.
I hear it's cute.
Well, you have to post it with the hashtag so everyone can
Oh,
see it.
Pygmy Bean's good about that.
Wait, are they the one that made the horse brush?
I don't recall who did that. Today I learned that I don't know how to shade a cylinder.
Gradient tool can do it for you.
No, I shan't give up like that.
Well, where's your light source?
Up. This way, towards the screen. out of the thing and up. Like if I stuck my pen up out of the screen at an angle.
Like,
the viewer is the light source. There you go.
Viewer is the light source. Okay. Then you want your shine on your cylinder to be straight on, right? Right in the middle?
Yeah, I tried. It's like over here.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Well then, but your light and dark on either side should be equal, right?
Should they? Oh god.
If your light source is in the middle and it's the only light source, then the left and right of the cylinder will be symmetrical in terms of
Okay.
shadows.
All right.
Of course, then you have the shadow from the leaves
Yeah,
on top of that.
I do. Oh, who knew this was so complicated?
You signed up for art streaming.
Did I? I have no memory of this. Maybe I should have, like, I don't know, ordered the topics a little bit or something like that, so I wouldn't be trying to shade a cylinder before even drawing a cylinder.
Yeah. You kind of skipped over light and went straight to color.
And yeah, yes, that is my fault. Well, it's not really helping myself with, like, line widths and things.
Wait, what are things?
What other things that I've been not helping myself with?
Yeah, you said line width and things.
Yeah, line width isn't helping me. Not using a reference isn't helping me.
Mm-hmm.
I could list the rest of my crimes, which I am totally and completely aware of.
You may incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
Might be freaking people out by zooming way in on these eyes.
People love giant eyeballs.
Do they? Now I need some bluish with that more reddish blue. Reddish blue. I guess that's purple, isn't it?
No, I don't think those colors go together. I think they make brown.
Do they? So this is gonna look weird for a minute because I'm just gonna paint it blue under her eyes,
Oh, yeah, that is weird.
and then I'll reduce the opacity on it and do more smudginess. I painted a portrait of my grandmother once, and I gave it to her, and she's like, "Why'd you make me look so old?"
Well,
I'm like, "Grandma, that's what you look like." She's like, "Well, you didn't have to show the whole world." So, sometimes people don't appreciate realism.
oh, don't appreciate. Yes. You always got to keep your audience in mind, Angel,
Yeah.
or you'll never make it big in this business.
Yeah. It's a good thing I have a day job. All right. So now it looks like she's terribly tired. And now, hopefully, it doesn't look so bad. Give you a light sprinkling of blue under the eyes. Okay, so I think I'm going to start combining my layers so I can smudge and liquefy.
Ooh. I'm going to do that too.
Okay.
Combine layers. Merge.
So now I have one layer that's
Smudge.
all my skin. Let's go ahead and put lips in there too. I'm still going to keep the hair separate for now and the eyeballs, but now all of the skin color is one layer.
I'm a smudging.
I am also going to combine it with the drawing that I put in merge mode. Put the hair back on top. So it looks a little strange now. I'm just going to hide the hair color and the eye color. So now what that lets me do is when I smudge, I can get rid of pencil lines.
Oh.
And just start making it look a little bit more smooth.
I could just melt this plant.
Random trivia, yes, liquefy is one of the greatest things you can do in digital media. I'll show you because looking at the eyes, I've decided that the left eye has a lot more bags under the eyes than the right eye. And so I want to move it up, but like if I just select it, nope, freehand. If I select it like this, and then I can squish it, but that leaves like white space, which is no good. You can fill it in that white space, but that's annoying. So what you can do instead, and Photoshop has the same thing, there's go to the liquefy tool, and it gives you this round brush that you can use to push your image around without leaving empty space. So I'm just going to take this bag and move it up a bit, just like that. Now it's in a better place. You can use it to make big adjustments if you like, oh, I think this whole eye is slightly too far to the right, so I'm going to push it over. Or, the lips maybe the lips are too small, so I'm just going to go down here and stretch them out a bit.
Huh.
Actually, the lips were too small. I'm going to leave that change in. Contingent cat. I don't think there is a guest command. Is there? I don't know. So I'm going to go back to smudging for the moment and just get rid of these lines here, and also get rid of the JPEG artifacting from the photo that I took of the drawing.
So I'm in the Photoshop Liquify now,
Ooh.
which is in the effects thing. I'm just gonna like
Oh
derp
yeah, you can use
around.
to add your little veins to the leaves. Nice.
Pew.
Yes, Contingent Cat. I am AI Amethyst on Twitch and Twitter. If you want to follow me, I do artsy stuff, cosplay, and post pictures of my cats.
Yep,
If you care about that.
we do. We do care about that. Fixing all my problems and definitely not causing new ones. Yep. Get real group of 7 right here.
So we have like 15 minutes left.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do some hair real quick because I think painting hair is interesting. The face isn't done, but that's okay. So I'm going to go back to my base drawing, cut out the hair. Oh, what is that? Duplicate. Nope, wrong layer was selected. There we go. Put this back above the hair and turn on multiply. It's a little weird. That's okay.
Huh.
Turn that off. Sure. Okay. So now I just have hair. My color layer. So I have my hair color here. So I'm gonna make some highlights for the hair. Just turn up the lightness, but also turn up the green. So I get like a pumpkin-y color. And I'm just gonna paint like sections of the hair as if they were objects, like your cylinder or your sphere. So like there's some light shining on this section here. What layer am I on? Let's add a new layer. Oh, they're talking about the jar again.
I made a better tree. I did this all by myself.
Good job.
Uh,
I see you changed your light source.
yes,
to
yes, the
right
light source is
instead of
now.
straight on.
Yeah. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
So I made some highlights on my hair, and now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush and add some strands of hair with low light. So like when hair is sitting naturally, it casts shadows upon itself with other strands of hair. So that's how you end up with these dark lines.
I'm sorry, see, Cake Host. Yeah, I used the warp tool.
The liquefy.
No, this was the warp.
Oh.
Which is you get a grid and then you can move the points.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Which you can also use to like fold stuff over to make it look like a page folding.
Yeah, Procreate has that too. I do the advanced mesh sometimes if my drawing is terribly inaccurate. Alright, so now I made some dark lines, and now I'm just going to smudge this together. Turn off the drawing. I'm also going to switch my smudge brush to a hairbrush.
Ah, of course you'd use a hairbrush.
I don't always do, but like if you smudge with the hairbrush, it gives you like tiny little lines that would be a pain to draw all by yourself. So I will definitely finish this painting off stream. It's part of a series of paintings that I've been working on to help me just learn how to paint digitally better.
Right.
It's just a bunch of cosplayers as planeswalkers. So I painted Olivia, I painted Air Bubbles, I painted Oradesu so far.
Okay.
So kind of get the idea there. Going with a medium color in between those. So that is where we ended up.
Hmm.
Well, that looks bizarre. This down here to the right is way too bright.
Yeah, something's a little too bright.
Let me just turn that down a bit. I'll work
There.
on it.
Perfect.
There was something in. So this is the one I did of Olivia.
Right.
On the replay, so you can see I did like the same kind of technique, but when I was painting this tiara, I ended up really not liking the color it was. So
Right.
just fast forward a bit.
Because it's like a gold.
Yeah, it was like way too yellow.
Gold's hard.
So then I put in all the shadows and the shading and the lighting on it, and then I used the curves to change it to the right color. Or colors that I liked better. It should show up somewhere around here, I think. Oh, forward. Nope. There it was. There. See, it
Yep.
flashed and changed colors.
I see.
That's how it
I'm just
ended up.
gonna check my notifications because we're right up to the end here.
Yep.
Fairly, 87 months. Ireland has opened up first dose vaxes for anyone under 35, so there's been mad scramble. Wish me luck. One of the pharmacies calls me back this week. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
Fuzzbubbles, 26 months, enjoying practicing my drawing with you. Thank you. The Fickle Cat, 26 months, that's over 2 years. And Frankenstein, 42 months. Pew, 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 pew. Coming up, we have Dice Friends, Candlekeep Mysteries with Michelle GMing, with Nathaniel, Kathleen, me, and Andy. Then tomorrow morning, I think there might be a change coming up to the schedule for something, but I don't see it in yet. So it's just 9 o'clock at 10. 1:30 is more Loop Hero. 5, they're still on Resident Evil 6, the best game ever. And then at 8,
Still,
Adam
wow.
is playing Returnal.
Me?
Anyways, it's just, I'm just reading the schedule. I'm just reading the schedule.
Okay. Are you done reading the schedule? Maybe.
I forgot that I was sharing the whole screen. Anyways, thank you very much, Angel. You can find Angel here on Twitch or on Twitter doing cat stuff.
Thursday nights at 7:30 Pacific, painting portraits of people's pets. I can switch to video capture. See that? I'm working on this painting this week.
Oh, let me get to your top down. Oh,
this is the kitty that is in progress.
There we go. It's a good cat.
Also, this Friday at 10:30 Eastern, I will be on the Bard's Playhouse with Jacob playing Vampire for
Yeah.
the Jasper's Game Day charity, suicide prevention and mental health awareness.
Do you get to roll your own vampire?
I have rolled my own vampire. I have drawn a picture of her actually. There.
Let's get that. Oh!
I tried
Enhance.
to turn the iPad capture back on, but
Enhance.
it's not working.
Just keep. Just...
What is happening?
No, it's doing it again. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're done. We're done here.
Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah. Just stick around for some ads, and I'll be back next week. Bye.